Hey guys, what's up? It's Gamer Freak here, and today we're going to be watching some LOL here. I played Ashe in this game, and Lily is over there on Sona. We played the Ashe-Sona combination. Really good combination for any of you guys who don't know, but that's a really good combination. I work well with with Lily in this Sona Ashe combination, and it works really well. And if you play your Ashe and Sona correctly, you know, or like you communicate, you can very well be very successful. It's a very good build, not a good build, but like very good characterization thing. You get like a Dorn's Blade at the start, and you tell your Sona to get your Q, her Q, and then you eventually end up with like 80 to 90 AD right at the start. So you have a lot of, you know, AD as well as having some HP, and AD as well as some health and some lifesteal, you know. So it's a really good item to get right at the start. And I'm not sure why we keep standing here. We've been standing here for a while now. Apparently something's going wrong with this, because I was standing over there. He yelled that. Okay. I'm just gonna have to be more careful with it. I'm not sure if I was really disconnecting or what, but something was happening. Not sure if I was disconnecting or if it was this disconnecting. I don't know what's been going on. But yeah, so we have Hesika over there on Warwick at top, and we have Hadius from HTM on mid, or in mid, or whatever, on Zed, and he'll be facing Ari. And I think that we have Lily over here on Sona, who has Arcade Sona, and I have Sherwood Ashe, and I don't think, and Hades does not have a skin, or have a skin for Zed, but I know the other Zed had the Frost one, or the Zed has his. This one was really fun at the start because Garen was by himself the entire time. So he was by himself pretty much the entire time. Until Sivir came along, we were having a nice good time. So I started out with my W as well, and then as you see I got my E. A really good thing to do with Ashe is definitely to get her E at the start, or her E, you know, between levels 1 and 2, depending on if you want to play aggressive or not. Because what it does when you last hit, if you get last hitting well enough with Ashe, you get an extra gold for every unit you kill. And then you rank that up, and it keeps going up to where eventually, once you have Hawkshot up to level 5, you'll be getting 5 extra gold for every, you know, minion kill, monster kill, champion kill, everything. So it's a very nice thing to have. I recommend getting it at level 1 or 2, and not like quite leveling it, just leveling it, you know, whenever you want to. Just make sure you have your W, and then after you get your E, get your Q. So at level 3 you should have all your abilities, and that's when you can kind of play, you know, that's when you can, as Ashe, you can kind of play very offensive. So yeah. So that's where we have that. Okay. Not sure what Hadius is doing, but we can't exactly see their health, which, you know, kind of bugs me. Just can't quite see what they're doing. For some reason, low recorder. wants to be retarded and like is going for this. Me and Lily are pretty good at the Ashe Sona combination. We're also pretty good at like some other combinations with Sona and other AD carries. Ashe Sona is our favorite at the moment. We've tried a whole bunch, like Twitch, Sona, stuff like that. I've been trying to get her to get more support and stuff so we can do other things. But I try to tell her this. Sometimes she just, I guess, forgets or something. But what happens, like when you're killing minions and stuff, make sure as Sona keep your Q up, because in case they do attack like that, you want your AD carry to be able to take care of it and just dish out a whole bunch of damage to them. So, and as well as do more damage to the minions. So, cause I think right now I have 88 AD as of right now alone. So, if she would to Q, and she would get next to me, closer. There we go. I would have 96 AD. As you can see, that's a big improvement. 10 points of damage is a lot of damage in this game. So, like I said, it's a really good improvement. But make sure you have that her Sona's Q up at like all times, because I can tell you right now, your Q will dish out like a bunch of damage. That's almost 100 damage each thing. So that one, Sivir did get a pretty good one. And this one, I start out very, very bad, and then come back and have a really good game. Sorry guys, that was being retarded. Someone got on Skype and I had clicked in the direction of the thing when it came up and it did that. So and me and Varus have this very uncomfortable conversation. We have a very bad argument. So Varus is like telling everybody's noob, and even though I end up at the end having more kills and I think less deaths. So, and that's what if Riot ever watches this, or if you guys want to send this to Riot, I really would appreciate having a thing in the game that would allow you to ignore people in, you know, PvP and stuff, that would allow you to ignore people in the middle of a game, because spam doesn't really happen to people in like chat and like messages, private messages type thing. But like in this game and stuff like that, in the middle of a game, I'd like to be able to ignore someone or something, because some people do have, well, not nice comments, and if people are like me who don't want to hear the comments and are just terrible with taking them, because I can't take harsh comments. I will take them and dish them back out. So I'd like to see, yeah, I was saying that the Varus was noob because he didn't call his Mias. No one called their Mias up there. Hadius is a very good friend of ours. I'd like to thank him because he did kind of calm it down between us two. Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine, and I just really want to say that because it's like that's why I want the ignore button thing in there, because some people like me can't quite ignore people when they're popping up in the middle of the game. So I told her to queue there. I'm not sure, I can't tell if I told her to queue there or not, but yeah, that's why I want the ignore thing, because some people are like me who I can't really like take it I can't take it because like I have to dish it out. So I said, yeah, but you can read that. So. So yeah, we do start out pretty badly here, but I think this is where I start to come back because I got my ult. That's a big thing for anybody who wants to play Ashe. Your W and your Q are pretty good, and if you can start out well with them and, you know, get kills, you'll be pretty good. But once you get that ult, you've got to use it a lot. I've learned that in a lot of things. Even just in a 1v1 fight, your ult will help you out immensely, and use it in there. Because normally in a 1v1 fight, once you take that one person down, you got 4 other people. So if you ever get into a team fight, you're pretty much sure to win there. Unless your team just like terribly sucks. But then I promise, then I hope to you that you do a lot better. But anyways, but your ult, use that a lot. I do as mine. I almost have almost always my ult on cooldown because of how much I use it. Not because it's I'm noob or something, but it's just such a very it just tears champions apart, because eventually because your ult, if you get Ashe up to enough AD and attack speed, your ult will do about 200-400 damage, and then you can do volley right in the middle of them. It gets a slow on them. Make sure you activate your Q when you're fighting someone 1v1 or anything like that. Always have your Q active. Mana might be a problem, but I tell you right now, mana's not much of a problem once it comes to Ashe. As long as you're not constantly using volley, you shouldn't really have mana problems. I figured that out myself. And you know, I have figured out some things while playing these people. See, that's why you use your ult, and Sona got the kill. So it was. That's why I tell you, now, that your ult will be definitely versatile in your gameplay. Not using it is basically not using Ashe correctly. Because as you saw, pretty sure I just took from Sona down from half health to about 1/4. Sona ulted, then Q'd, and it and took him down real quick. So your ult does the damage, has a stun, and it's not like Ezreal's ult or anything like that, where it goes through and it takes less damage off of it. So it's really, really well. Don't be shy to throw your arrow out, your R or your ultimate out. It does have a low cooldown time. If I can check that. At level 1 it has a 100-second cooldown, which is like almost 2 minutes, which isn't that much because of how fast these games can go. When you're playing Ashe, you're not concentrated on your arrow, as long as you're not like always trying to use it, but you want to use it like when you need to. But yeah, your arrow has a low cooldown compared to most ults. So that's why I say don't, hesitate to try to snipe someone. Get good at it, because I can guarantee you, I've seen some people who can definitely snipe with an Ashe arrow. It's crazy. You can snipe someone from half across the field if you should wish to. Sorry guys, Mike died in the middle of that. That's very, very unprofessional. Sorry. But, as you saw there, I died to Garen. And that Ashe arrow definitely had helped me. If the turret was up for a little bit longer, I probably would have gotten Garen. I did die, and that's, when Garen said that, that's when I started zoning in. That's when I just started going basically apeshit on them. They had no idea what came to them after that happened. But yeah, so, one reason that the Sona Ashe combination is so good is because Sona is so versatile, because she can heal Ashe, so Ashe doesn't necessarily need to get a Vampiric Scepter, and, you know, have to deal with the money spending on a Vampiric Scepter, to get some lifesteal. But, so that's, the healing factor is really good. And, the AD factor, her Q will just kind of just destroy you. And look at here. We both killed each other because I used that Ashe arrow. That Ashe arrow saved my life for a little bit, but you know, it most definitely would have saved me with a little bit more of health. But anyways, so yeah, but her Q will just about up your AD by 10, which is really good, and ability power as well. So it's really good. That's why I really suggest Sona Ashe combination. So that's fun. But yeah, so it's a really good combination. And you know, it gives you that 10 AD at the start, and if you get a Dorn's blade, you can have that 10 AD plus the 10 AD the Dorn's gives you. So it's overall a really good. You get 20 plus AD in the start, as long as you play her right and stay out of conflicts early game, you know, and use your volley to do loads of damage. I can guarantee you will have a most fun time with Ashe. And I really feel bad for both these kills, because I flashed here and Varus still got the kill. Got mad because Varus was saying I sucked, and then he goes and kills steals. But didn't quite care too much because I got the assist and I already had one kill in the pocket. And this is where I basically started to come back. And so yeah. I'm not sure. I'm still saving my Ashe arrow for a... Oh yes, I remember this one. Okay, this one was not as epic as you may think that I just kind of pronounced it as, but it is a very, very slick Ashe arrow. I thought that was very slick, and just hit him by the edge. So it was, and that's what I'm saying is Ashe arrows can definitely help you. As you saw, the Ashe arrow even basically had gotten me, the Ashe arrow had definitely gotten me the slow for, it got me the kill on the Zed, and it got me the slow to kill Garen. So, like I said, Ashe arrow, very, very, very versatile with it. And now I'm kind of losing the meaning of versatile. Hate when you do that. You say it a lot. You just like do that. But the Ashe arrow is pretty good. Especially in team fights. You will win a lot of team fights with that. Especially if you know you like stun a tank or stun an AD. You get the AD to get hit by the arrow, and you know everybody else gets like slowed. So it's a very neat thing. Right here, Now, there are some times, you know, as long as your team's good, there are some times where you cannot use your arrow, even though, you know, you kind of want to. Right there, I really did want to, you know, get the arrow, because I knew I could hit them. I knew the, you know, a certain angle to hit them at. So, I knew that, and felt pretty confident about doing that. Sadly enough, the arrow just was not up at the time. But, you know, it was fine. You know, only one person died, and it just comes here. And Garen, don't be afraid. Like I say, don't be afraid to use your Ashe arrow, because even though you may die in certain situations, your team, if strong enough, should kill them. I get the Varus gets that kill, but yeah. So, like, even though you may think you have wasted your Ashe arrow, as long as it hit someone and helped out in the team fight, or in a fight in any way, it is very useful, and you just helped out your team majorly.
An ally has been slain.
So, it was a very, you know, nice thing to do. And, sometimes you can even consider, I guess, Ashe a support sometimes, because that arrow and the slows, once you get, once you get the, a first Phantom Dancer, basically, which you should be building on Ashe, once you get that first Phantom Dancer, dude, it's game over, pretty much, unless your team really does suck, but it's pretty much game over if you have more AD than they are, because the slows they just demolish someone. If you have your Q active and you use your W and chase them down with your Q, it's almost impossible to get away unless they hide behind a turret or flash away or something in that certain direction. But it's kind of, you know, it's weird, because sometimes, even though, you know, someone may flash, if you've hit a Q on them before they flash, the slow still counts, as it should. But if you have a Phantom Dancer, you'll more likely catch up to them by the time they can do anything. So I think that's a very neat thing Ashe brings to the table, of that very unique chasing system, because she can just chase you down for like forever, as long as she wants. And that was a very nice Ashe arrow, I think, for me. It got right in the middle of that, and Sivir tries to get me here. I don't think I was trying to necessarily get the kill, but Warwick did get the kill. I was so low health, I wasn't even concentrating on getting the kill. I didn't quite care. So yeah. I gotta say one thing, and lol, especially, you know, there are those OP characters, you know, that, you know, are just, like, so OP, they just kill everybody. I can tell you this right now, I've had a lot of games, one game recently, that this Akali was really OP, really good Akali player, had gotten pretty much all the kills, so everybody else had like 1 to 2 kills, and the Kog'Maw had like 8 or whatever that we had there. So it wasn't really much, and no one really had the kills to really be, you know, OP in any certain way. So one tip for you guys to be a better LoL player is don't necessarily, even though you may be the best character or the best player on your field, I would definitely advise you not to take every single kill. You know, give a few kills away. You know, if you have to, let them get away. But you need your team to get like an even amount of kills. You know, in this thing, so we have Varus, Hat, and me all have 5 kills. Warwick close behind with 4, and Sona with 1. The only and your support doesn't need kills, so you're fine with that. But your 4 other people should need kills, no matter what they do. Here I could not save Sona. I would have shot my arrow, but it would have been a most definite waste. It was, you know, just a support for one. Not saying you shouldn't do it when support comes into handy, but no one was there to finish off anybody who's there, so didn't think it was quite worth it. Right there, I do remember that, and I do remember me almost shooting my Ashe arrow over there. Anyways, another thing good Ashe is good about is massive creep waves. Someone can put out a massive creep wave, and as long as you know you have a good amount of mana with you, I think Ashe pretty much has a good mana base. I'm level 13, don't have any mana items, and already have 700 mana, so it's pretty, you know, it's pretty useful, or not useful, but I do have a good amount of mana, enough mana to, that's really all I need. But yeah, so, but massive creep waves, just volley. Yeah, I think your volley has a very 4-second cooldown. 4-second cooldown uses 60 mana, that's at level 5. So that's a very, very quick thing. You can get rid of massive creep waves really quickly. So yeah. Some other tips on her abilities. Hawkshot, don't be afraid to use it. It has a very long cooldown. It has a 60-second cooldown, and that's only level 3 at the moment, but it does have a 60-second cooldown. Don't be afraid to use it, because I can guarantee you it's not always a use. You still get your passive, so you still get the gold bonuses, and yeah, you still get your gold bonuses if you use it, so don't be afraid to use it. I can guarantee you it can significantly advance your team in the battle. Because if you know where the other team is and whatnot, then it gives you and your team an advantage in the fight. Very helpful, and that's one other reason I like Ashe. Although I do kind of have to say that I didn't use Hawkshot. I don't even think I really used Hawkshot much. Mostly because these games that I play aren't really, you know, I'm not thinking about it and whatnot. Just thinking about what's in front of me and all that. So I thought that was a bit of a kill steal on Sivir, but Warwick got it anyways, which doesn't really matter to me. I don't think you guys can hear me, but I didn't really care about that kill steal. It was a kill steal, but I kind of backed away from it myself. That was kind of my fault, but Warwick got the kill. Warwick got 2 kills actually, and it was a very nice thing. You know, she got the kills, and it was all good. A tip for Ashe's build, like I said earlier in the game, you know, go Doran's Blade first, then get your boots, upgrade them to Berserker's groups, and get a BF sword when you can. You know, get a BF sword and then get a Zeal. That way you have the damage and some attack speed at the same time. And if you're doing badly, get a Vampiric Scepter. Or like not necessarily doing badly, but you know, you have trouble staying alive in fights. Or like, you know, the other team's always going for you. Which the other team should, but that's why there's tanks there and stuff. But I won't go into detail too much for that. But if the other team's, you know, concentrating on you and they know they want you dead first, definitely get a Vampiric Scepter. Helps you out, especially if you have a Sona by your side at all times. It will significantly, it's basically like almost having infinite health. But there is a problem. Not really a problem, but there's a thing with Sona. Her W, it heals the lowest health enemy. Or, not enemy, but friendly. So, don't expect to heal to you when there's someone else lower near you. As an ally, I can guarantee it's just weird. But it does that. And so don't get mad when you're in a team fight and you die real quickly and, you know, there's just someone lower than you and she uses her W and it doesn't go to you. But yeah, so that's how Sona's ult, I know, or not ult, but W works, because I know I've had problems with that as well, once or twice. Because, you know, the W didn't heal me, and I thought it did. Like I said, that arrow will help you out immensely. I do remember getting a kill here, but I don't remember exactly how. Because that's all about, I shot her, oh, I had red buff, that is why. Okay. Because when I was doing that, because I knew I had got the kill, but when I got the kill, I didn't know how I did that, because I know Frost Shot and Volley slow down enemy, but doesn't do any, like, type of extra damage over time. So, I was confused a bit about that. So, I'm not sure, I think I might die here. Yeah, that Ahri ult, man, that Ahri ult. But yeah. So I get my Phantom Dancer. So I now have Dorn's Blade, Berserker's Greaves, Phantom Dancer, Infinity's Edge, and not a Black Saber, no, Vampiric Scepter. So basically what I normally do with my build, I normally go with the Dorn's Blade first, Berserker's Greaves, BF Sword first. You want to get the BF Sword first, unless you are having, like, you're just having a really bad game, then get your Zeal first. If you're having a really bad game, then get your Zeal first. But if you're having, you know, an okay game or a really good game, get your BF Sword first. It'll help you out a lot better. And then get your Zeal, and then upgrade to an IE, and then to a Phantom Dancer. And another good item on Ashe would be Hextech Gunblade. I think it is. I think that's what we build. And it comes from a Bilgewater Cutlass and a Hextech Revolver. And it gives you some, that's what you can evolve your Vampiric Scepter out of. I did this only because Ashe's ult bases off of AP, and think of just her ult. I think I upgraded my ult here.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I'm not sure what I upgraded. Yeah, I upgraded my ult. But yeah, so at level 3, your arrow has an 80-second cooldown, which is a minute and 20 seconds, and it costs only 150 mana, but it doesn't matter about that. But I don't have any AP at the moment, but you can see that the arrow does base off AP, and most ults, if I'm correct, they go off AP. If an ult goes off AP, then it goes directly off AP. So, like, if you have 70 AP, like I'm going to have, it will do exactly 70, it will base off 70 AP, so I know that one. I was going to go around and do that, but my team didn't follow me. Bad decision on my part, but they did still get Ahri. But yeah, so I will, get the Amplifying Tome. But the AP helps you out, it gives you a little bit more damage on that ult. So it helps you out a little tad bit, and I'm pretty sure none of your other abilities base off AP. No, none of your other abilities do. But your Volley bases, it's got a 1-to-1 ratio with your AD, so you can definitely build a hybrid build.
Shut down.
So, the reason why I say to get the Gunblade is because it gives you 40 attack damage, so it helps you out in the attack damage range, and it gives you some AP, which helps you out in your ult. So it gives you a little bit of AP, you know, a little extra damage on your ult, you know, if you need it. As well as it gives you 15% lifesteal, which is a pretty good thing. Even though Bloodthirster gives you even more for, I think, the more kills you have. Pretty sure that is. And so that's really good. I only got, but the Bloodthirster doesn't give you AP. So I did that, and as well as it has a unique passive of giving 20% spell vamp. So that's a really nice thing, and it has a unique active, which actually deals 300 magic damage and slows the target champion's movement speed by 50% for 3 seconds. So it's a really good item, especially for Ashe. I'm not sure. I think this is my epic Ashe arrow soon. Hope to be, I think, because the game's almost ended, and whatnot. So I think they surrendered. I don't remember actually winning the game, but I think they did surrender. But here's a copy. I shoot my W back, going back for my support as well. If for any of you guys who are AD carries or play AD carries, don't ever leave your support behind. I mean, you know, stay ahead of your support if you need to, because that Phantom Dancer will give you the edge on the support, give you that little extra speed above the support. So that thing. And what I'm saying is, you know, you can be above your support. Definitely don't be behind your support, because you want to survive. If anything, your support is a big deal to you. But if your support dies, you can still kill champions, but if you die, your support really can't. Normally, there are certain supports that can't, but as in this Sona combination, you want to stay above your support. And it's not being selfish, it's more statistics, as in you don't want to die as an AD carry, because eventually you will just do, because right now I do 247 damage every 1.5 seconds, so it's a really good, you know, attack. You got a lot to do with that, and that's not even countering or counting the Infinity Edge critical strike bonuses and everything that come with the IE and everything. So that's not counted in it, but it's definitely here, not sure, but this is why your Q is really helpful to you. I just like completely got that thing, and thanks to Varus though, do get the kill. That was a very good thing to Varus. Although I kind of do feel like I did steal the kill after that, considering he had to use his ult, and we got the kill. But it's a kill's a kill, and it's fine. I'm not sure if they surrender yet or what happens, but I'm pretty sure that in this one, because we only played one game with Hat, and I'm pretty sure this one had a Ashe arrow somewhere in it that was pretty good. I think it was after I got my Hextech Gunblade. But we're coming here to the end, so I'd imagine, I think it was a surrender. Well, maybe not, I don't know. But here I think I go back for my Hextech Gunblade, because yeah, I can get that. And then I think I go for the Last Whisper. I want to say go for that. That, or I go for Wit's End. Not sure what I go for. I think I'm still looking. Actually, think what I go for. I'm not sure what I go for in this. Not sure what I went to go do, but There's a Kali. But, yeah. So, I really do feel that Ashe is just such an underplayed champion. She's so good. As you can see here, I'm 10 and 11. I mean, the 11 kills could have been, you know, saved by me a little bit. But, you know, it's still, 10 kills is pretty good anyways. Here's the epic Ashe arrow. So, of course, you know, yep, nope.
You have slain an enemy.
It was a nice arrow, and what happened is that this RA was really low health, as you saw, and she was like, well, I'm gonna just use my ult, get out of this, and then I said nope, launched an arrow at her, and she died. This is where Kali went backwards on us. She went around the other side. I think we saw her, but we didn't care, we wanted Baron. That's where I shot Hawkeye. I think that was my first shot of Hawkeye, actually. But as well as it's a really nice ability to have, especially as an AD carry, because your support doesn't have to worry about too much about wards if you are consistent with your Hawkeye. Because if you can sense something, you know, disturbs your force, you can send a Hawkeye out there, you know, yeah, that is what it's called, right? Hawk shot, sorry. Because I want to make sure these, you know, sayings are right. But yeah, so to make sure, you know, but like you can send your Hawkeye out, Hawk shot, and you know who's coming. So it's a very versatile. It's very very good for an AD carry, considering you don't have to rely on wards as much. So it's pretty good, and as well as you can look into other bushes without having to go and face check them. But here's where we win for the final thing. This was a pretty funny arrow, because the guy was standing right there, and my Ashe arrow just missed him. As so the other Zed, our Zed, went to and that's where we ended off.
Victory.
So I'll see you guys. So yeah, see you guys next time for some more LOL or Minecraft or whatever the thing I want you to do next is. I'll see you guys next time, and you know, have fun playing LOL, and thanks for watching.